Hi everyone, I'm Tanvi.
I'm SP.
And today we're going to be talking about what the different levels are in Spanish. We're sure you've heard before, I have an A2, a B1, a C1 in Spanish. So today we're going to be breaking it down and we're going to be explaining what each level is and how well you can speak Spanish at each level. So first of all, it's important to know that each level describes what you can do at said level and how well you can do it. To get past a DELE exam, which is usually the goal, we need to pass 4 different exams for each skill. First,
Comprensión de lectura.
which is reading comprehension. Second,
Comprensión auditiva.
which is listening comprehension. Third,
Expresión e interacción escritas.
written expression and interaction. And last but not least,
Expresión e interacción oral.
which is oral expression and interaction. So in order to reach a specific level, we need to master the 4 skills at said level.
Alright, so maybe we wonder, if I can speak better than I can write, can I have a different level in a different skill? Well, actually, yeah. And the idea is to prepare ourselves so we can actually be good on every single skill for the actual exam. But if you are not sure or anything, please don't forget that we're here, ready to help you out.
Very good. So let's start with the first level, A1. So at A1 level, we speak quite slowly with pauses. We still have to think very carefully about what words we want to use. At this level, we learn basic things like how to introduce ourselves, how to speak about where we live, where we're from. And as long as the person speaks to us slowly, we can just about follow what they're talking about.
That's right.
And what about the grammar that we use at this level?
Well, here we learn very basic structures to make sentences. Using present and reflexive verbs, we also learn to distinguish the gender of different words and other basic aspects of the grammar. And it's recommended about 60 hours to be able to get this level.
Okay, so A2 level. At this level, we can start to have basic conversations about familiar topics like work, family, pets, routines, and other everyday subjects. And it's also easier to approach natives because we can understand them better as long as they speak slowly, clearly, and there's not a lot of background noise. We can also start reading at this level, which is a very useful way of expanding our vocabulary. And what about the grammar?
Well, now we begin to use past and future, so our conversation is easier. We also become familiar with some prepositions that also give us some self-confidence. And it is recommended about 90 hours to be able to get this level.
So, B1 level. This is a very important level. There are many jobs, for example, that require that you have a B1 diploma and things like that. So, when we have a B1, what can we do? We can already converse, we can describe experiences or what we would like to do in the future, and we can express our opinions. We can also explain day-to-day problems, and we can ask for help when we need it without worrying whether we are being understood or not. And also our writing has improved. We can now write long texts or emails about something simple. And something really cool about this level is that we can start to enjoy entertainment in Spanish, finally. We can watch movies or series with subtitles, listen to music, and we really recommend listening to Spanish music because it has proven that it's very helpful when learning a language. So what about the grammar?
Well, in this level we already have learned a lot about past It's one of the things that most of Spanish students find difficult, the different type of pasts there is in Spanish. So we work with them, and also we're introduced to subjunctive, so we can express more feeling, more emotion, which is a very interesting part of the language and makes you feel more confident with it. And it's also recommended about 150 hours to reach this level.
B2 level. In this level, we no longer feel like there is a language barrier anymore. You can understand the language even in a noisy environment. One good way to test this is if you're going out with friends, maybe to a restaurant or somewhere where there's a noisy background, and you're able to have a conversation and it's fluent and enjoyable and it feels natural. That's a B2. You have also developed strategies to buy time while you think of an answer. Like, for example, you can say things like, "Oh, that's a very interesting question," or what exactly did you mean by, and things like that. You can also develop your own arguments, and you can write very well. Your writing keeps on improving. You can now write long essays without many grammatical errors. So what about the grammar in this level?
Well, in this level we're already using high-level grammar, so we can use the subjunctive in many ways with their own connectors, and it becomes really, really interesting. And something very interesting about this level too is the fact that you don't forget it. You know, when you are learning a language, you always worry about if you don't use it, you lose it, and you have to be practicing, which is good. But when you actually reach to a B2, the best thing is that even if you don't use it for a while, it stays with you and you don't forget the language. So that's very interesting and nice. And it is recommended 160 hours to reach this level.
C1 level. In this level, we can have long conversations with any native speaker. We can understand almost everything that we read, and we use very good grammar. In this level, we already think in the language. We don't have to think about how we used to say in our mother tongue before we talk anymore. And we're also very happy in this level that we can understand jokes and even joke ourselves in the new language, and we can get the Spanish sense of humor and play on words, and that's very cool. And what about the grammar in this level?
Well, we keep improving, and we are able to use now verbal periphrases in complex situations. Our vocabulary also keeps improving, and we are able to read and write very much better every time. And it's recommended about 120 hours to reach this level.
C2 level. Well, we are already very close to the native level when we reach a C2, although the natives still may be able to tell the difference in very small things. But what's also interesting about this level is that many native speakers themselves wouldn't be able to pass a C2 exam, because not everybody has had the opportunity to have access to this level of education. So if you've been able to arrive to a C2 level in any language, that is a huge achievement. Well done. And what is the minimum hours that are recommended for this level?
Well, it is recommended minimum 150 hours. So thanks for watching us. It's always nice to know there are people watching our videos. And if you would like to know what is your level in Spanish, feel free please to watch one of our videos that we have already posted, where you can actually test your level. And if you have any other questions, please remember that we are here to help you, and that's what the Academia is for. Thanks again for watching us. Don't forget to like our videos and to subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.
Bye.